What's up, everybody? Arrow here with Black Arrow Collectibles. It is time to get some real talk. We have Battle Partners Journey Together, as it's known here stateside, coming out in 2 weeks. It is March 16th. Official launch is March 28th. It's right around the corner. Really excited. A lot of the cards have already been shown off, actually, just about all of them. And a lot of people have already gotten their press release kits, and a lot of event locations have already been doing the tournaments and the give outs and the promos. And so we've seen a lot of people get hands on them. We here at Black Arrow are going to have a few that we're going to open up in 2 weeks. Once again, that's March 28th. I think we have a 9 p.m. stream planned. We've got a couple of ETBs. I think we have a booster box coming in that we'll be able to open live, talk about what we see, hopefully get some crazy hits, talk about grading, talk about the set, talk about if we like the set or not. But what I want to talk about today is what's going to happen to the market after Journey Together. What I think is going to happen between Prismatics, Journey Together, and then the following set, which is going to be Destined Rivals. So right now, if you are a collector, if you're into Pokemon, even if you live under a rock, you probably have seen that Prismatic has lit the world on fire. Really difficult to find. MSRP is creeping up a little bit, and retail is through the roof. The third party sales, the third party market, even I would say 80, 90% of the retail locations are now charging far and beyond MSRP. There's only a couple that are still staying relevant. And to me, that's Target, which unfortunately they're going through their crazy political boycott right now. So they probably really need the sales, but they're one of the only readily available stores that I see that are still offering Pokemon products at MSRP, which is so difficult to find. Prismatic Evolutions is crazy. It's a very hyped up set. People love Eevee. People love the evolutions. I'm a Vaporeon and a Jolteon fan, but I'm also an old school 151 fan. Those two always resonated with me. But I'm not all crazy for Prismatic. So it's a nice set. I don't think it's the best set they've ever had. I don't think it's the hottest, best looking set they've ever had, but it really changed the hobby and changed the landscape of the TCG. It's been very difficult to find. So difficult to find that retailers are changing their strategies. Third party sellers are changing their strategies. Scalper is now a readily available and used term for everyone who sells any product if they're not a store. And if you're a local store or a small card store, you could be labeled as a scalper immediately, even if you're just charging, a reasonable amount. Which reasonable is relative. I know that. We do a little bit of resale here at Black Arrow, but we don't do a lot, and we don't have any distribution, and we don't have any way to backdoor get supplies. We don't have the money to buy pallets of this stuff from people that are offering it at a reasonable cost. We get what we can get. We help a lot out in the community. There's 3 or 4 Pokemon groups on Facebook. I admin two of them. And every time I find a stock or when I get a tip off from somebody in the groups, they message me directly. I post it up on Facebook. I say, hey, listen, here in Massachusetts, these 3 locations are in the process of restocking. Go, go, go. Or hey, we just swang through this location. There's nothing there, and we post up a picture. Or if somebody sends me a picture from the North Shore or something like that, I post it up there. I'm trying to help people get the product because so few people can get it, and the people that are getting it, if they try to resell it, or if they try to make their time worth it, or if they try to make a couple bucks on it, they're immediately labeled a scalper and they're immediately blackballed and busted. It's garbage because not everybody is scalping. Some people are still doing the same things that they've always done. They find the hot product, they sell it for 50% more than they bought it for. That covers their labor, their time, their gas. It covers them being lucky and being able to buy it on an app before everyone else. I mean, it covers so much. And I think it's very unfair to a lot of those people that aren't marking it up by 3 times what MSRP is or 4 times. That's kind of where I draw the limit. But once again, that's all in perspective. That's just my personal white hat, belief. Um, so, anyways, Prismatic it has been so crazy and changed the landscape so much that the Pokemon Company has come out and they talked about it a month ago about how reprints are coming. They are working 28 hours a day to print out additional product, new product, get product on the stores, get product to distributors that can get it out to local shops, get product into the hands of people who really want to buy it, who want to buy it at a reasonable cost, and who want to buy it for MSRP. That's great. Do I think that it's made a big difference yet? No, I don't think that that's really trickled out at all. We're still seeing most stores, the Walmart, the Target, the Walmart, Target, Best Buy. Who am I missing? The GameStops. Most of those stores aren't even getting Prismatic weekly. They're getting them twice a month. So, do I think that they're printing as fast as they can? Probably. Do I think that they're trying to help? Yes. Do I think that it's working? No, I don't. But that's okay. They can't print unlimited of this stuff. They have so many other channels and so many other businesses. They're not just worried about one set. It sucks that a lot of us can't get it, and it sucks that a lot of us have to pay 3 times retail to get it. But if you really want it, and if you're a collector, if you're a hobbyist, if you're a reseller, if you're a lifelong fan who's in their 40s who have been on this train since 1996 or 7, whatever it is, great. There are ways to get it. Just because there's an MSRP price does not mean that you are entitled to get it at that. I mean, it's the same thing with car. It's the same thing with anything. You think anyone buys a house for MSRP? You think people buy a house for the cost that it was to build it? That's not how it works. And houses are in almost as short a supply as Pokemon right now. So, it's it's crazy. Journey Together is gonna come out, and from what I've been seeing from a lot of the articles from Poke Beach, a lot of the streamers, I watch a lot of streamers. I watch a lot of people that are, I think, fairly tapped in, and a lot of people that are reputable and have real distribution and talk real facts. There's a lot of good YouTubers out there that have a lot of good real information. Watch them, find them, Reddit them, check them out, like, subscribe. They're the ones that you should be putting your time and your effort into, not these random little people that are saying the sky is falling and come buy my stuff for 4 times MSRP. You can follow them, and if you really want their stuff, buy it if you've got deep pockets. But if you want to get a little bit of an edge and want some tips and tricks that'll actually help you maybe get product a little bit earlier, um, or safer or cheaper, you got to find the right people. Don't keep banging your head against the wall. Subscribing to every Discord you find, and paying everyone on Twitter who's got a handle with 2,000 followers who posts stuff up and says that they'll charge you $18 a month for tips. Those are great, and you'll probably make out. It'll probably be worth it. But there are ways to do it better, and for people who don't have a lot of money, because right now not a lot of people do, there are easier ways and better ways that you could subscribe your time into to make sure that you can find product. Journey Together comes out in 2 weeks, and a lot of these stores, from what I'm seeing, are getting even less than what they were guaranteed for Prismatic. I've seen PokeRev talk about it. I've seen PokeAny, Brian over there. GameStop has talked about their allocation, and it's piss poor. It's not good. So what do I think is going to happen? Well, Journey Together is going to launch, and most stores are already charging over MSRP. The days of MSRP for Journey Together are probably gone, unless you can get it from a place like Target, because everyone else now is upcharging it 10 to 15% right off the bat. On Amazon, the booster boxes are 160. Now they're up to $220. I think TCG has them at 223 or something like that. It's 2 o'clock on the 16th. It changes multiple times a day, but to have a pre-order set already twice as much or 50% more than MSRP, I think is kind of unheard of in the Pokemon industry, at least for a long time. I've been out of it for a little bit, but man, when I say that I've dove in 10 feet first, all 10 of my feet, um, and I'm reading and I'm holding on to as much information as I can, it seems like this is just unheard of. That for the last 20 years, Pokemon has not been like this. So Journey Together is going to come out, and it's going to be really expensive for anyone who doesn't already have it and doesn't already have it pre-ordered and wasn't able to get in on the ground level 2 months ago when GameStop was still doing pre-orders and when Pokemon Center had pre-orders and when Walmart popped them and Target popped them and Best Buy popped them. What's going to happen after that set comes out? Are they going to get more expensive? Are they going to get cheaper? Is the stock fixed, and Pokemon has figured it out, and they're printing up the wazoo this set, and the world is gonna be covered with it. We're gonna have so much that the pricing is gonna tank. Definitely not. If that happens, I'll eat a shoe on YouTube. I can't imagine it's gonna happen though. I it in relative terms here though, I mean, if it happens in a year, I'm not gonna eat a shoe, but if the set comes out and in April, there's so much left on the shelves that it's like shrouded fable right now, then I will certainly have egg on my face, but that's not gonna happen. And there's a few reasons why I don't think this is gonna happen. First, the Pokemon Company has said that they are reprinting to the max. And what they're reprinting is, I think 4 sets right now, but I'm sure their priority is Prismatic, because it's so hot and it's so expensive and no one's been able to get it for 2 months. That came out in mid-January, and some people still haven't opened a pack who have been into Pokemon for their entire lives. Um, do I think that they're printing enough? No. So, what are they doing when Journey Together comes out? Are they going to continue reprinting Prismatic as fast as they can? Are they going to pivot and reprint Journey Together as fast as they can because they expect the same thing to happen with Journey Together that's happened with Prismatics? I doubt it. I actually think that there's another version of events that might play out. So Prismatic, I think they're just gonna, they're gonna chalk it up to, hey, we're gonna print as much as we can, but we did all we could. So sorry. You win some, you lose some. People will still be able to scrounge around and get it weekly, as long as they play their cards right, and people who have deep pockets can buy it online. Journey Together is going to come out, and I think we're going to be in a similar position, if not worse, based on what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing and what I'm reading from all these people that are supposed to know much better than me. They're all saying that we're in for the same exact thing and that we're all going to be in just as much trouble as we were with Prismatics. But it's a much smaller set. I think there's only 63 base set cards in it. So it's like Shrouded Fable. It's going to hopefully be easier to pull hits. It's going to be much easier to complete a collection. And hopefully people need less product to scratch that itch. What I think is going to happen is they're going to move on behind the scenes. They're going to move on from both of these sets. They're just going to keep printing them and everything's going to be business as usual. I think they're gonna be stocking for Destined Rivals, which is the following set. The following set is going to be a big Team Rocket set. It's a set that a lot of people are excited for. I'm pumped for it because Mewtwo's the best and the world leader and fantastic, and I want a new Mewtwo card, and I don't own any of the modern Mewtwo cards, so I know I'm gonna be heavy into that set, and I'm gonna want it bad. I don't think I'm the only one. I think that they're gonna be top loading that set as much as they can. I think that a month and a half ago, when they knew that Prismatics was in trouble, I think that they started reprinting. I think that when they knew Journey Together was coming down the pipe, I think that they're printing that as fast as they can. But are they just gonna show up with 400,000 units overnight and be like, "Hey, problem is fixed. Here you go. Everything's gonna go down in price. There's plenty of stock for everybody." No. But I wonder if when Destined Rivals comes out, we don't have this problem. And I wonder if that's gonna be because they were just smart about it, and they were thinking, "Hey, for the next 2 sets, we've already dug our grave. Prismatics, we screwed up. It's over. Journey Together, we only got a couple months left. It is what it is. We're gonna do the best we can. Let's think about the next set that we already know is gonna be huge, that we know that we have a lot of time left to prep for, and let's try to fix it then." I don't know. And then when Journey Together comes out, what does happen to pricing? Well, if Journey Together is printed to the max and they have a ton of stock, I think the price will dip. Obviously, supply and demand. If there's a ton of Journey Together, then the retail pricing is going to come down. It's going to be closer to MSRP, if not MSRP, because it's stocked on every shelf. If that doesn't happen, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe Prismatics is gonna come back with a massive flood, and maybe they printed 1,000,000 units overnight, and they flood the country real quick, and everybody can get their hands on it, and that price starts to level out a little bit. Maybe that cranks Journey Together up even further, which it's already through the roof. ETBs are already being pre-ordered for twice as much as MSRP. Booster boxes are now 160 to that 220, 230 for pre-order. That's insane. Wait a week. I know everybody wants to get it right away. I want to get it right away. I buy my video games at launch, the couple that I play a year because I want to be first involved. I want to be that first person. Um, wait. If you don't have the money, if you're burnt out with Pokemon, if you're already pissed off about Prismatic, don't mortgage your future, even if it's short term. I know that's hyperbole, but even if it's short term for a month, don't get the launch Journey Together. Wait a week and see what happens. Because I think no matter what, I'm hopeful that you're either going to be able to find some Prismatic or you're gonna be able to find Journey Together because I don't think they're gonna succeed with both. I think we can lose with both. I think there could still continue to be not enough with either, but I'm hoping that they move it. If Journey Together and Prismatics are both right here, once Journey Together comes out, maybe they'll be able to reprint Prismatic a little bit more, or maybe they'll leave Prismatic here and they'll reprint Journey Together a little bit more. I don't know. Are they building more printer facilities? Are they building more warehouses? I have no idea, but everything's going up in price. We've got the presidency, which is screwing up tariffs all across the world. We've got all these pissing matches between all the countries and world powers. You know, uh, it's not getting cheaper. But can we get closer to MSRP? I'm hoping. And I'm really hoping that they figure this out and they dial it in for Destined Rivals. That's what I'm putting my eggs in for now. Is Prismatic, coffin sealed. It is what it is. Journey Together. It's only a matter of time, and then that's gonna be the current Prismatic maybe. But then we'll have two current Prismatics. We'll have two things that nobody can get their hands on. I'm really, really, really hoping that they're working their ass off to print as much Destined Rivals as they can because they know it's going to be a huge set, and it might even be the last set. Um, it might be the last set of Scarlet Violet, or maybe Scarlet and Violet's already out at that set. I'm not sure, but then we've got the megas coming soon because Scarlet and Violet is over. I can't remember if Destined Rivals is part of that set. It must not be because it's a retro set. It's a reprint, reimagining. Um, anyways, that's my thoughts. Please follow me and critique me down below. You can tell me how crappy my hat looks. You can tell me how bad my ideas here are and how wrong I am. If you guys know something that I don't, if you guys read something this morning that I haven't, chime in on me. I'd love to be wrong in all the right ways. I'd love to have this all wrong and in 3 weeks we can find Pokemon on every shelf again and the scalper pricing is going down and the 10-year-olds that are just getting into the hobby can find the cards and the 36-year-olds who love the hobby can find the cards. And when I go to resell it or when I bring it to a show, when I have 3 ETBs that I was able to get and I already completed my set and I want to resell it, hopefully I can make 10 bucks on it and somebody doesn't have to pay through the nose because I was able to get it at a reasonable cost and I didn't have to go buy it for $100 and then upsell it for 120 and the ETB is only worth 49 bucks. Which is not what we do. Here at Black Arrow, if you haven't watched my posts, if you haven't seen us on Facebook, we promise to sell everything that we have at 8 to 10% off of TCG. Um, Listen, that's still expensive. If you can get it anywhere else for MSRP, please do so. But I want people to be able to find the product. I wouldn't want to buy a $40 booster bundle for $70. So even saving $7 to $10 on it or something like that, with a third party who's reputable, who doesn't screw people, who is trying to build a business and who has a modest inventory and a modest stock, that's where I would go before I would go to eBay. With eBay, you don't see the item. You have to pay shipping. You have to pay, depending on where you are, which sort of taxes they are and which sort of fees and promotion fees and all that crap. And then the seller is losing 13% anyways to eBay. So, um, anyways, that's what we do here. We sell all of our product that we can at 8 to 10% off MSRP. We don't have distribution. We have to work hard for every single set that we got. Every single item that we have to get from either a store level, which is very difficult, or we have to get these mystery boxes, which a lot of people weren't buying for a long time, that now they're getting scooped up everywhere because people are desperate for product, or the ETBs that we're able to get on Pokemon Center. We have to wait in line just like everyone else. But I want more people to be able to get it, and I want more people to be able to get this stuff, and I want people to be able to see rips without spending 3 times as much on the product. So, please follow, like, subscribe, subscribe to our channel, please. We'd love to get monetized someday, so that maybe once a month we can afford to buy one of these and not use our own money. This is 30 bucks. It would be great if YouTube would pay for it for us, because I really like making this content and I really love to talk. And I think that I'm gonna have a job in the Pokemon industry now for a while because this is not going away. If it is, this industry is a roller coaster. We're probably still climbing, and especially with the new set coming out with Scarlet and Violet dying, you guys think that that's going to level out? Look, no, we're gonna get a whole new set. We're gonna get a whole new generation. We're gonna get so much new product that, man, if prices start to go down, it could be another 2 years. We might have 2 years of this ahead of us. So please follow us. I appreciate all the comments below, and thanks so much. Talk to you soon.